Hola. Let me see if I can do this correctly. I think so. Either way, hey y'all. It's been a long time. I think it's been 7 months, 7 whole months since I last recorded a video. It's been a lot going on. Oh my gosh. I think the last time I recorded a video, I may not have been working, or either I had just started like a really horrible job or something. I don't know. But since then, I have a job, and I started off part-time, and then I got promoted to lead, and then I got promoted again to assistant director of the center. So I'm proud of myself. I've been putting in work. And I think the last time I was recording, I want to say it was football season, and Cameron, was cheering and everything, and it's football season again, and she's cheering again. I think the only difference is that, Kasdan has started pre-K, and I put both of the girls at the same school, so they're both in private school now, because I was worried about how I would get the girls to and from school if they were in different schools. And then if I had Cameron to go to Kasdan's pre-K place after school, I'd be paying before and after care, and I'd have to pay before and after care for Kasdan. And I say I may as well put them in private school where they can get the type of education that I would like for them to have, with the type of morals that I would like for them to have as well. So I just put them both in private school. And I work at a private school, not the same one that they go to, but I work at a private school that is faith-based as well. So, whoop whoop. But the purpose of me picking up the camera again, and the reason why I started to record again, is because I have been in the biggest slump. I don't know that I've been in a place like this like recently, in the past recent years. Even through that layoff with the job and all that stuff, I wasn't here. I'm like severely depressed. I'm not sad. I think sometimes people misunderstand what depression is. I suffer with depression and with anxiety issues, and I think people sometimes misunderstand what that is and what that means. But it's not about me being sad. I'm just in a place where everything is wrong. Like nothing is right. As great as things are in my life right now, and I feel that I should be so grateful for the way that things have panned out, and the things that have been placed in my life, and the opportunities that have been given to me. I should be so happy right now. My heart should be so full, but I feel the complete opposite. I feel absolutely depleted, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. A lot of days physically, I feel horrible. And the more horrible I feel, the more mentally horrible I feel, because I'm not ungrateful, but I just can't get happy. Like it being in this space, like I'm highly irritable, y'all, like for no reason. Like I get off of work and I go pick the girls up, and as soon as we get home, it's like I run to my room, and I need like 15 minutes, like 15 or 20 minutes to try to like recharge, so that I can go tackle being a mom. That is horrible. I'm normally not like that, but right now, like I have to take a time out and then say, okay, all right, girls, how was school today? What homework do we have to get done? Let's, just cooking. Like everything is just so hard for me right now, and I keep checking myself, and like I know one of my biggest issues is that I've allowed myself to stray away from the presence of the Lord. I was a praise and worship leader for a while, for a good minute, and I loved it. I've never felt closer to the Lord than I did when I was being a praise and worship leader. However, I was in a place where I didn't feel protected within the place where I was. People were able, there was no accountability basically, and my type of personality, I like for things to be done decent and in order. And specifically when it comes to affairs of my spirit, I believe that we're supposed to do things from the heart for Christ, and that we're supposed to do things lovingly and accountable, you know. And that just wasn't what I was experiencing. So it was draining for me, and I don't feel that I was being poured into quite as much as I was pouring out. And it got to the point where I had to make a decision, like, what am I going to do? And ultimately I chose to walk away. And I haven't quite been as intentional in my relationship with the Lord as I was then, because I took it so serious. So I spent a lot of time in devotion. I spent a lot of time in prayer. I spent a lot of time just worshiping with the Lord, because it wasn't just about me. It was about what I was producing as well. And I've allowed myself to stray from that. So I'm in the process now of trying to, like, get myself back on track, get my prayer life back in order, like, get myself spiritually sound so that I can start working on me emotionally and mentally. But right now it's a whirlwind of mess. And I think the hardest part of going through depression and anxiety is feeling like you're by yourself, because people don't understand. And I think the more I try to explain myself, the more frustrated I become, because I'm in a place right now where the only thing I really want or need from people is for people to just love me and appreciate me for what I do, instead of just taking from me. And I'm surrounded by that, whether it's on my job. I work with children, so you know, children are needy, and I love working with the little people. It's amazing. It's the adults that drive me crazy. Man, coming from the military into civilian life, trying to work, I just see that it's just going to be a struggle for me no matter where I go. I'm so big on accountability, y'all. Not even just spiritually, but period. I feel like adults should be adults and compose themselves as such. And it is so stressful that people just do the most and they just get away with it. I hate it. Especially when you're working for people that, I don't know, child. I ain't going into that because it's just going to frustrate me more. But that's what's been happening with me. I am praying that I am able to get a grip on my life and my emotions and all those things, and kind of get to a place where I just feel better. But right now I'm not there. And I figure, what time is a better time than now to pick the camera up and begin again with, you know, with the vlogging and things like that. And maybe just speak on it, because I just feel, like I said, I don't feel like people understand what I'm going through. And it's a lonely feeling. It's a dark, lonely feeling. And I saw a post that a college friend of mine posted on her social media, and she said sometimes depression feels like being a fish in a fish tank, and people like looking at you and saying like, are you okay? And you're fine because you're a fish and you're in water. She said, but what if you don't like water? That's me right now. I'm trying to cope, y'all. I'm trying. So today is Thursday, September the 14th, and I'm not at work because Hurricane Irma kind of came and destroyed a lot of things. So I haven't been to work since Friday. The girls hadn't been to school since Friday as well, and they finally went back to school today, but my job still is without power. So I can't go to work. But I'm trying to spend this day working on me and trying to find my happy again, whatever that may mean. So I spent some time in prayer. I spent some time in devotion. I've gotten myself organized again. I went back to the planner method that I like, which is in a small binder. It works better for me. I can kind of keep everything from my life in one place, and I always know where it is. So I went back to that, and I picked up my Bible again for the first time in a very, very long time, and already I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but I guess it's still early. And right now I'm sitting outside of one of my favorite places because I have a little time before I have to pick the girls up from school. And so I am sitting outside of Barnes & Noble. I love Barnes & Noble. I don't really plan on buying anything. I just like being in Barnes & Noble. The smell of pages and books is very therapeutic for me, and I love it, and I love the way that it makes me feel. And maybe I'll treat myself to lunch. I don't know. But I have to take a self-care day. I've been trying to do that more often than none lately, just to kind of keep myself okay. So I'm gonna go in this Barnes & Noble and see what is what. If you know me, if you don't know me, pray for the kid. Pray that I get a balance again. Pray that the clouds kind of clear. Pray that I just get back to what I know and what I love, which is just being a happy person, because right now I am not that. So I'll probably record again. I don't know, maybe in Barnes & Noble, maybe a little bit if I go to lunch. I don't really know yet, but if I do, I'll see you guys then. If not, I will see you guys the next time I record it. It won't be 7 months. So have a good one. See you guys. Bye.